Whether your Jeep sees some pretty tough trails, or whether it's simply your daily driver that gets you around town. At some point in our builds, we might want to consider adding armor. Let's take a look at what I did. Here's a look at the factory armor that came on my Rubicon. As you can see, it provides a little protection, but not a lot. And here's a look at Artec Industries' full aluminum skid system for the 2-liter JL. As you can see, the Artec skid system results in a perfectly smooth bottom to the Jeep. With the bolts being recessed, there's nothing to get hung up on. Another big plus to the Artec system is that it actually adds 3/4 of an inch of ground clearance over the stock skid system. That's going to be huge out on the trail. Now let's take a look at the parts that comprise this skid system. Here's a look. And here's a few shots of the parts as we begin assembly. As you can see, everything is very heavy duty. I was very impressed with the design and quality of the entire kit. And here's the gas tank skid alongside the stock Rubicon steel skid. This is an important piece, as the front third of the gas tank is where we're most likely to make contact on the trail. And here you can see the nice, smooth contours as well as the fabrication on the gas tank skid. I also love the design of the Rtec Crossmember. It bolts up to the factory crossmember as well as providing support for the front part of the fuel tank. The system provides an additional rear support for the gas tank as well. And here's a look at the crossmember from the other side. You can see how nice and tight everything fits. My 2020 Recon came with a 2-liter e-torque drivetrain, so I ordered the 48-volt battery skid as well. Here's a look at that going together. Same fabrication as the rest of the skid system, countersunk flush bolts, 1/4 inch aluminum. All brackets are fabricated from 3/16 inch zinc plated steel. And here's the skid system fully installed. As you can see, the bottom of the Jeep is absolutely smooth and fully covered. What a great peace of mind. I was pleasantly surprised to find that the Jeep is a little bit quieter at highway speed now, no doubt due to the improved airflow underneath the Jeep. I hope you've enjoyed this review of Artec Industries JL BellyPan. You know, a few thoughts as we close out this review. I chose aluminum because the build ethos on my Jeep is as light as possible and as capable as possible. So, plus, you know, I live in Chicago, so salty winters are also a consideration for me. So the fact that it's aluminum, it's not going to be rust, it's as light as I can make it, and I have full protection, as well as, you know, the 1/4 inch 6061 is gonna give a little bit and flex back versus steel skids, which are just, you know, when we land on those, we're just gonna bend them. They're gonna get deformed, and, you know, that's part of it, and then start rusting. So that was my thought process. A note on the install, and I did, you know, I've done a lot of research on various forums and stuff, and I know I'm not the only one with this. I know Artec is using CAD files directly from Jeep. However, I'm not sure with regards to, you know, welding up nut inserts on the factory floor on our Jeep frames, how specific and tight the tolerances are. On the countersunk holes, I was okay. My stuff lined up. I had one that I had to finesse just a little bit. I did, however, there was a misalignment on the furthest front on the passenger side, and that thing gave me fits. And if Artec would just elongate that hole a little bit and give us a little bit of playroom there, it would save us Jeepers doing an install a tremendous amount of hassle. So I ended up actually breaking off that nut inside the frame, and I went ahead and put a solid bolt top to bottom on the frame. Just called it quits there. So it was a little extra step for me and a lot of frustration, and that's the part I think if Artec would just elongate that hole, we could eliminate the frustration altogether, and this would be a pretty simple install. There, you are going to wrestle a little bit getting the strap up to hold your fuel tank. Remember, before you start the install, run that tank down as much as you can. You don't want a lot of weight in terms of fuel on that gas tank, because once you remove the stock steel skid, you're going to have that gas tank is held in place by that. Artec gives you an additional strap that takes care of that once the skid's out, but you do need to run a strap up in there, tie it up as you remove the factory skid. But nothing that wasn't too hard to do. Like I said, if they would just, hopefully they're going to see videos like this and realize that they just need to elongate a couple holes, would make installation a lot simpler. So that's it for this review. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, found it informative. If you would, do me solid and hit the subscribe button, help us grow this channel. Appreciate the support. Until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you on the trails.